We only had 72 hours left in Chiang Mai, and there were so many things left for us to see and eat. More night markets, legit Issan food, shiny temples, more Lanna food, and first, the most hyped cake shop in Chiang Mai.
So we come to this fancy cake shop because they've got this coconut cream pie that they sell, but it's sold out. We're too late.
We thought it might be because there was a massive queue we came past before and now it's not.
Yeah, so the cream pie's gone. These are the pies. I guess we're going to have to try one anyway. This coconut cake is recommended. This looks good. Banana cheese pie. They've got pandan cake. Coconut cheesecake. I mean, they've got a lot of different cakes and it all looks delicious. Yeah, we'll try another one. But we missed out.
Say that this is just some TikTok bullshit, but like, at least showed me a picture of it, it did not look good.
They said come before 1 p.m. if you want the coconut cream pie, and they open at 9:30. Okay, you've been warned. Right, so we are kind of over the disappointment of the selling out of the coconut cream pie.
Speak for yourself.
So I got the coconut cake. Looks pretty nice. I'm guessing it's like a sort of chiffon sponge with coconut, some sort of coconut cream in between. There seems to be a dollop of some sort of coconut milk. Yeah, and this one is the banana cheese pie. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a treat here because these are like 145 each.
Okay. Let's see you crack into that pie then, shall we?
We're saying if this is any good, we're going to have to like set back our journey to Chiang Mai so we can come for pie in the morning. It's pretty delicious.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of us arriving in Chiang Mai late.
Yeah, oh no, flopped. Anyhow, it's got, this has got...
Did you just destroy my half of the pie?
Yeah, I did. The coconut cream has got little shreds of young coconut meat in it as well. I'll give you a little bite, see what we think. The cake is soft and light, it's tender. It's creamy, but it's not too rich, not too sweet as well.
I think my silence says it all.
Good.
Why don't you ever go the banana one, the banana cheese pie?
I'll have a go.
I mean, firstly, I'd say that it's not pie and it doesn't have any cheese in it, but apart from that, I'm sure it's going to be very delicious.
Maybe this is cheese.
Okay,
Or
cream
the
cheese.
box. Maybe the box. It's got like a sort of Oreo style base.
Okay.
Very big slice of banana there.
You're just taking a little half banana. It's your prerogative. Look at that. This is banana cavity there.
I think you're right. I don't get a lot of cheese in that.
No.
I'm not sure where the cheese is.
We're going to have them on the trade descriptions acting.
Yeah, I think cheese may be lost in translation here. Maybe just cream.
Okay, banana cream pie is. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Exactly. Right, so we came back. If you remember, we came and to our great disappointment, the coconut cream pie had sold out. So this is Baan Piemsuk is the name of the place.
Yeah, so we thought we'd come back for this. We can't miss out on these TikTok trends, you know. Yeah, so we're here for breakfast for another 800 calories of pure creamy coconut goodness. It does look really nice. I'm not sure what effect it's going to have on my digestive tract, but we're going to find out.
For good measure, I bought a slice of the pandan cake to go because, like, otherwise I'm going to have massive FOMO. But I think it could be a good bus snack because we're going to Chiang Mai, so we're going to be in a bus for 3 hours, and hopefully that will amuse me on the way.
Well, we were discussing buying some Durian to eat on the bus, but I think that might be a bad idea.
Yeah,
Could result in us being ejected from the bus midway through, which would be very bad.
probably, yeah.
Pandan cake seems a lot safer.
Right, let's do it then. Give it a go. This place is really quick, by the way. Like, I queued and paid, and even before I'd finished paying, the pie had already arrived on the table. It's actually different to the topping that was on the coconut cake.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
Say,
controversially,
it's nice. Don't get me wrong, really nice. But is it worth the hype? No. If you
No.
feel that, just come here and get one of the other cakes off Ice, and you'll be very happy.
controversially, I prefer the coconut cake.
And have a bit from this side. I find the base is quite thick on this. It's quite difficult to get through.
It's like a sort of cheesecake base. I think the coconut cake is nicer.
I quite like the saltiness coming from the base. Let's try these different layers separately. The middle layers.
Yeah. Yeah, the middle layer is the best. What it is there's too much cream.
Yeah.
So this bottom layer is like the sort of coconut custard layer.
Yeah, that middle layer, I really like that custard.
Whereas this is just cream, and there's too much of it.
If I was thrown into a vat of that custard, like I'd die, but I'd go out happy.
But the thing is, this chantilly is kind of like overpowering. The blandness overpowers the coconut.
Yeah, I agree.
So if there was less of this would be like a much more balanced cake. But
I got quite a lot of fresh coconut in that bite as well, which made a lot of difference, and it's carrying a lot more coconut flavour.
okay, so the consensus is, if you really like coconut, get this one and get the cake.
Yeah. But if you come and they've sold out of this, which they do, and then the queue's not that big in the afternoon, don't feel bad about it, because there's loads of great cakes here. Don't even bother coming in the morning and waiting with the TikTokers. Just go and order one of the other cakes.
Yeah. Anyway, job done.
If, like me, you enjoy craft beer, there are a few decent options here in Chiang Mai. This is the Grumpy Old Men, right near the Shangri-La Hotel to the east of the old city. I obviously fitted in perfectly and enjoyed my hazy IPA. Bear in mind though that prices are similar to those you'll find back home, but it was a nice change from Chang and Leo.
It's our second visit to this restaurant. We came here on our first night, and to be honest, it's like the best set we found in terms of like Northern Thai food. It seems pretty legit. Like, it's got a lot of different dishes that we don't see anywhere else, and it's also very popular with Thai people, which is a good sign. So we've ordered quite a lot today, just because like from last time we knew that like the dishes are sort of like tapas size, which means that like I went to town. But anyway, we've got a couple of things. This is the fermented sausage. They deep fry it here, so it looks nice and crisp up. This is one of the, I think they refer to these as like nampricks. Last time we had the roasted green pepper one. This time this is like a red version. I've had a little bit with the veggies, and it's very spicy as you'd expect. And this that's just arrived as like a curry paste. A crab paste. I'm very curious to try it. I've seen them in the Warorot Market as well for sale, but I'm quite curious because I really like dark meat on crabs, so I presume that's kind of the same thing. The other dishes we've got coming are fried chicken wings, the pork curry we had last time, and a steamed pork and egg dish, and a beef larb salad.
And you're now thinking like, you two are greedy bastards. But in our defense, they are very small. Look at the size.
Look at this. This is my hand. I have very small hands, but this is like...
These are very small dishes. It is about like, dim sum dishes, like equivalent size maybe.
And this is like just chili paste. You just eat this on things. So you eat this with like the vegetables. You eat this, you mix this with the little bits of this. You've got the chopped up bits of bamboo shoot and mustard greens.
Yeah. As you see, in a couple of weeks when we get back to Hong Kong, we'll be ordering more than this at dim sum and not buying an eyelid.
Exactly. I've eaten one of these crab paste things. As you would expect, it's very crab forward.
Imagine
you
that.
know what I mean? Like if you've eaten the brown meat out of a crab, it's like that, but like magnified, like crab brown meat on steroids. So you
Crab on
really,
steroids.
crab brown meat on steroids.
Yeah.
So you really need to like crab brown meat, which I do. It's fine. What did you think of it? I know you struggle sometimes with like prawn flavors.
I don't struggle with prawn flavors. I don't always enjoy them.
Okay.
I think sometimes there's a bit too much, and it's a bit like, yeah, it's a bit in your face. I'm glad to see this sauce has arrived though, because I was looking for something like this to eat with the sausage I'm just about to have. More of like a sort of liquid sauce.
This is called minced pork and tomato, and it was in the dip section.
These wings as well, like, yeah, pretty well timed.
Yeah. Still missing a couple of dishes.
But yeah, liking it so far. And these dishes just keep coming thick and fast.
So this one is steamed pork and egg. I think it may actually be like fermented pork as well. I'm not sure. There's some like unpeeled garlic on that, so that's quite strange. These like completely whole chilies is a bit scary as well. This sauce that we tried is tomato and pork one. It's served warm, and it does actually remind me kind of like a bolognese sauce. Very similar. And the beef larp has just arrived.
I'll show you that. This beef looks like it might be fried, like hard fry maybe on there.
It looks fairly dry, but I don't know if it's been dried or... I think I'll try a little bit of that. Let's see. Again, it's almost like an Indian spicing. It tastes like a dry sort of keema curry. I think if you try that, you would be very surprised, because I can taste things like maybe cumin, maybe a bit of black cardamom. It's very different from like any sort of like other larb dishes we had.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure it classifies as a larb. It just said beef salad on the menu.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm referring to it as a larb, but it's actually not. So apologies to any.
It may not be a larb, but maybe. But
apologies to any Thai people watching. We're just a couple of Farangs who like your food, so.
Yeah, the English menu refers to it as a beef salad, but it's like a sort of dry beef mince with a lot of spices that I would usually associate with like Indian.
Yeah.
Very good, very different.
Very much like the curry that we had here, which is the dish that hasn't arrived yet. Really enjoyed that the other night, but took me.
We weren't expecting it to taste like it did. Something kind of sweet, like warm spices, like cinnamon, sour anise.
Spice-wise, it did take us to the Indian subcontinent, which we weren't expecting, but it was a nice surprise. But also certainly different, so elements of like sort of Thai food as well. Like it wouldn't be like, oh, I've had this in an Indian restaurant, because you haven't. It's different, but it's reminiscent of it. I'm just going to show you this spread here. Like, look at this. I think we've done a good job here. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say if you're looking for like northern foods, I think they refer to it as Lanna food. I would really recommend this place to get some dishes that you're not really going to find in your average restaurant. Try something different. The final dish to arrive is this pork belly northern style curry. This is the one that we ordered before, and we loved it so much we had to get it again. Like I said, very reminiscent of like a sort of Indian style curry. The spicing, it's kind of got a nice sweetness too, which counterbalances all the other really hot stuff here.
Yeah, some really nice soft pork belly in it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one.
Don't hate on me, people who love Indian food, but Indian food that you get in the UK, even good stuff, this isn't the kind of meat that you get in it. Right?
No, this is very different, but quite sweet, but delicious. Really nice.
Everything else is going down well, so we're reaching a nice high spice threshold now.
Yeah, my tongue's hitting warm now, but worth it. Good morning. It's what time are we? Just gone 9 in the morning, so time for breakfast. We both woke up feeling a little not under the weather, but like potentially. So what do you eat when you're not feeling very well? You eat jok, which is Thai rice porridge. So it's like rice cooked down in water till it resembles this. We chose the pork one. I've got an egg. John doesn't have egg. I think this is like sort of crispy noodles on top. And there's a little ginger and spring onion. And this one is really close to the Halal Street. Just outside here, Sam's Custom Tailor. There's a couple of stalls here. They both look decent. Like they both got locals in eating this.
There they are. You can see it just down there.
Yeah. So congee is a great way to start your day, and if you're not feeling very well, it's also good for your stomach.
And if you're interested in any of the translations of Congee, just look at that shirt and you'll find them. This is how dedicated Lisa is to the Congee cause.
But this wasn't actually intended because I was going to look for the Yunanese pea soup, but they don't have it again today. So this is just a happy accident again. Right, second stop this morning. We're going for a drip coffee. I've seen a few of these little stores just around where they have all the equipment here. This guy also has like coffee next to a bit of jewellery and some watches as well. And this is local coffee?
This
Local.
in
Okay.
Chiang Mai.
In Chiang Mai. Okay, nice.
Coffee.
Oh, good. Thank you. We bought some of these in Warorot Market. They sort of winked at us. Some sort of sweet dessert. So you get 3 of these dumplings for 20 baht.
We didn't know what they were, but we thought, well, you only live
No,
once.
kind of similar. You can kind of guess because this is like some sort of coconut cream on top. Underneath, well, let's see. It's like salty and sweet. Everything's soft. I think the thing underneath is made out of like glutinous rice. So it's almost like a sort of mochi type thing.
There was a kind of, I'm going to get all technical in here, there was a kind of beany taste with it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
and this is where it came from in this market here, if you can see that. Oh yeah, these, we knew what these were, and we are not mad that we bought them. They were.
So there were some girls making these. They're sort of like waffle cookies. So it's like a sort of a thin waffle that they make, and then they roll it up. So similar to like, I don't know, like a waffle cone for ice cream, but much tastier. A little bit of sesame, but nicely kind of like caramelized flavour to them. We have a similar Chinese kind of cookie dessert, we call it egg rolls, but I hardly eat them in the UK because you have to buy them in a massive tin and they're quite expensive. But a small bag of these, we got 4 of these for like 20 baht. Should have got a big bag.
It should have done. I'd really like to try this filled with creme chantilly.
John's making up his own desserts here now. John's cannoli.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're back on to next in the series of John eating exotic fruits. Not so much exotic, but this is like green mango. So, hang on. It's a green mango they sell here, and they sell it with this dip that accompanies it, which is salt, sugar and chilli. Go on, eat a bit, tell us what you think.
Well, I tried one without. Quite sharp, but not unpleasant. So let's dip it in this mixture and see what happens. Wow, that is all totally transformed.
Yeah, don't eat it without the dip, guys. There's a top tip.
It's so savoury when you've got this dip. It's like eating like... It's going to sound stupid, but it's like eating like mango salad.
Well, it is essentially, because mango salad is like unripe mango, which is what this is green mango. The old lady selling it, she's trying to sell us a sweet one. I was like, no, I want this one. Yeah, give it a go. 30 baht for this bag. Quite a big bag, but think of it as your 5 a day or one of. Is it a thumbs up from you?
It's thumbs up.
Yay.
I'm not sure I'm going to finish the whole bag, but...
Well, I'm going to eat some of it.
Really tasty.
Right, so we are on our way to a temple It's sort of like 4:30 in the afternoon. It's still pretty hot. So rather than walk for half an hour, we thought, oh, we'll try and get like a taxi. So we're in this Song Tao. We asked the auntie like how much it's going to cost. She quoted us 40 baht each. Figure that's pretty reasonable. So yeah, this is usually sort of like shared transportation. There was one lady in here when we got in, but she's been dropped off. So it's like a private little minibus for us now. But yeah, they go up and down the streets. I'm not sure if they do certain routes. I guess if they're not busy, they'll just take you where you need to go. It's a handy way to get around without having to worry about being overcharged too much by a taxi or arranging a bolt, which may also rip you off too. But there we go. It's another way to get around town, save your legs.
Wat Phra Singh is one of Chiang Mai's most important temples, and it's situated right in the heart of the old city. Inside the main hall, you'll find the famous Phra Singh Buddha, a major pilgrimage site for locals. And in the afternoon sun, the Chedi's golden surface hits you with light from every angle. And with all the chanting in the background, a site that's crammed with tourists still manages to feel atmospheric. By this time, we were getting hungry, so we took a short walk to the city's huge Sunday night market. The market takes over the old town, stretching for what feels like miles. It's busy, it's chaotic, and it's packed with everything from souvenirs, clothes, street performers, to some very interesting cheap eats. If you can handle the crowds, you won't want to miss it. Just as it was getting going, they even took a break for the national anthem. I'm not sure that will catch on at Warorot Market, but you never know. By this point, hungry was turning into hangry. We had to find something, but there was so much choice.
What were you just saying? We haven't eaten enough coconut ice cream. What are we
Let's
trying?
fix that one.
Yeah.
ไอศกรีมครับผมเมคไอศกรีมแต่ไปเจอ49 baht.
Oh, we got like a mini cheddar as well.
A mini cheddar. A Ritz cracker.
Okay, so we found something, but the ice cream wasn't going to hold us for long. Food everywhere, and not a bite to eat. Yes, I know that's our own fault. Damn our fussiness. There are food stalls in every corner of this market, and we must have looked over 100 before we settled on one in the grounds of Wat Phra Singh Temple.
Spicy, yeah? Eat spicy, yeah?
Well, we're still at the market about an hour and a half later, and we've finally got some food.
Yeah, there's loads of food options, but it's all a bit bewildering because there's so much choice, so many people. But there's like multiple food sections. A lot of the temples have like food in the outdoor area, and this is one of them. See where we are right now. But we saw someone making these, and they're like sort of rice flour dumplings, very similar to like banh kun, the way that
In Vietnam.
yeah, the Vietnamese banh kun. They're constructed in a very similar way. The filling of these, one of these is chives. This one is the tofu and mushroom, I believe. And this one is something that's a little bit sweet. Just put some coconut milk on it, like this, but let's give it a go. Just got a plastic fork. The sauce chibon is that sort of pickly, vinegary type thing. So spicy as well, sharper than I was expecting. Yeah, the mushroom is like a sort of woody mushroom, so it gives it a nice sort of crunch. And it's vegetarian, but it's very meaty. I think it's just the way that the tofu is like cut up. Let's try the other chive. This has got the same sauce in it, so like sort of chili, pickly vinegar. Yeah, nice garlic chives in there. Let's go for the blue one now. The blue colour comes from pea flour, which is quite common out here. You often see like sticky rice coloured like this as well. I'm not sure it actually gives any flavour, it's just like for aesthetics. It's a little sweet, it's like peanutty. But that one is more like less filling but more texture of the rice flour sheet. But yeah, nice, soft.
It was interesting when they were steaming these on their equipment. It didn't even look blue until he took it off.
Until it rolled it up.
Because it's so thin.
But yeah, that's that one is mostly the sort of rice sheet thing. But yeah, they're nice. You don't like them?
Yes.
Shit. You're getting caught out. Which one do you think is good? We just bought this from the Durian man, the cart. Like, we had some here a couple of days ago, but like it was a little bit firm, like a little dry and crispy. So we wanted to touch it, make sure it's soft, but like he didn't like that. Anyway,
we've been sneakily touching a lot of the durian in this market, and none of them like it.
No, because they know what you're doing.
No squeezing, but I don't squeeze. I've got a little technique. I just like to knock it with my knuckle, and then you can feel it. And you can feel this one is soft. You just know it.
Yeah. So he's recommended this. This is like the Thai Musang King. So it's like the local one. First he tried to recommend one that was really soft and creamy because he'd seen that John is a farang. And we're like, no, he really likes durian. Be careful.
Yeah.
He really likes durian, he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to eat it now. Can just bite it out of there. Hang on. Is it pungent as hell?
Not really. I'm finding it very creamy and custardy and nice, really.
Yeah. Good.
There was a bit of it that was a little bit pithy.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah.
And the pithy bit does have a bitter aftertaste. So.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a bigger piece, but actually it's a load of sort of pith underneath. So. I think we've paid a little too much for this.
This one, that's bigger.
Yeah, but I thought that it was more of this was the fruit. Because we paid we paid 180 for this, but it's quite small. But if he's saying it's premium, then fair enough. Worth it? Is it a premium durian? Or is it still not as good as in Hanoi?
It's premium durian. It's difficult to say 'cause the Hanoi one was my first durian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's good, but maybe it's not quite Hanoi.
Right. Well, I'm holding out for Bangkok for having some good durian too. So
Yeah, it's good durian. I'll let you enjoy some.
my turn. Yeah.
Sawadee Khao. A little bit of lunch. It's an Issan restaurant quite close to where we're staying. Not my these Thailand videos. We eat this kind of food quite a lot at lunchtime.
Yeah, very traditional Issan food. We've got the barbecue pork jowl. Look how nice and fatty that is. We've got grilled chicken wings. This is the som tam that we've asked for to be pet mat, which means spicy, very spicy rather. It's like a spicy dipping sauce as well for the pork. You want to try a bit as well?
Let's try a little bit of shell.
Crispy. Crispy, fine, juicy. Pretty delicious. I've just accidentally picked up the chili on here, so stuck on my fork. Let's see. Not too bad. Quite sweet actually, which balances out the chili a lot. Okay, this is the final dish. So it's spicy vermicelli and minced pork salad. Yeah, so it's similar to like a larp in the kind of sourness. This one's nice. It's got sort of the woody mushrooms in it. Bit of texture. Chicken was nice too, like really nice and succulent.
Yeah, this place is really close to the hotel where we're staying. We did have a different place booked in the Old Town quarter, but we've just cancelled it after having a walk around. It's just full. Sorry to be critical of the tourists, but it's so full of like tourists. Everything is for them. Like, you know, this obviously crosses the line. You get Thai people in here, you get foreigners like me. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? It just feels more authentic over this side. This is more like of what I want to offer.
Yeah, I mean, when we walked around inside the old town, it's like the restaurants in there just purely for tourists. You can see like every restaurant is basically full of like foreigners. I know that sounds weird because like we're foreigners too, but like when we're here, we want to be eating in these sort of places because it's like it's local food, local flavors. Price is different as well.
Yeah. We're not knocking. You like going on holiday to Thailand and you want to have a nice creamy plate of carbonara. I'm not judging. It's a free world, but yes.
Well, also when I'm eating Thai food, I want it to be of a better standard than of what I can get in the UK. So, you know, we're paid to come here. We want to eat the real stuff. There you go. That's our 2 cents.
Yeah. The less you pay, the better it is.
Haha. Usually true.
So we're currently in the back of a Song Tao heading towards Chiang Mai. That's Terminal 3. That's 3. It's quite a little bit of way out of town, so if you're going to have to get a bus out, make sure you plan ahead. Speaking of which, we haven't really planned ahead.
Well, we thought we'd be alright because when we looked at the timetables, it's like a bus every 15 minutes or so.
That's on One To Go Asia, by the way. But
and
like,
then
yeah.
When we looked this morning, I'm like, where have they all gone? There's only 3. I mean, there's only 2 actually. One at 3 p.m. and
Like
one at like 6 p.m. And I was like, where have all the buses gone?
Whereas yesterday they were showing buses every 15 minutes.
So we thought we'd take a chance and go back down to the station now. It's only about, well, it's just gone 11 o'clock. Hopefully we can get on the bus, an earlier bus, unless they've all filled up or disappeared. Then we're here until 3, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it's a slow bus which takes 5 hours.
Yeah.
The 6 p.m. one is a quick bus, but then you have to wait till 6 p.m. so it's not really worth doing that either.
Yeah, we might have to investigate vans and other options, but like, hopefully that won't happen. So we may have copped up again. Let's see.
All because of the coconut cream pie.
Fuck you, One To Go Asia.
Right, so lunchtime at our 6-hour layover at the bus station. We first went to a dim sum restaurant that I found on Google Maps. But we went, it's like sort of like 6-minute walk from here. It didn't look good. It was like It's our fault as well, probably, because we got there at like 2 p.m, so the lunch rush was over. The food was still steaming in the baskets, like the dumplings, and they just didn't look right. I mean, they had like a green bowl, but like we're like, nah, we need to sit on like a bus for 5 hours. It's not a good idea. So we got to this place, which is just opposite the bus station, quite busy, like one of the busiest restaurants. I'm going for the noodle soup with pork balls. This is the restaurant, and they're going to shoot it there.
Yeah, I'll just show you the restaurant. There's the menu there if you speak Thai. And if you don't, this is the Farang menu.
John's over the
I've gone down the giant Shang route.
and the pad papao, but we ordered it my pet, which is not spicy. Seeing as we got the bus to go.
I mean, sucks to be me. But, like, I love a bit of spice in my pad krak pao, but not today, unfortunately.
Noodle broth is pretty nice. Not spicy either. Got like the sort of thin rice noodles. And I asked for pork balls. They're a bit different from what I expected, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name for pork balls in Thai?
Moodang,
Moodang, there you go.
which is like the hippo in the Bangkok park, whichever kind of wildlife park they have. Yeah, Instagram sensation of Moodang.
I figured, what the hell, I'll show you this anyway. This is my pad krak pao. Looks fairly respectable. Nicely fried egg on there. Obviously, it's crying out for some chili and extra chili from the spice caddy, but hang on, I see Lisa dicing with danger here.
I just put a little in my pep up my. Just a little bit of chili vinegar to pep it up.
I mean, I'm definitely not, because, well, I had to make an emergency exit from the restaurant last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too much information.
Yeah, I won't tell you why, but doing the same on the bus doesn't seem like an appealing prospect. There we go. Okay, and this is part 2 of us loitering around Chiang Mai bus station 3 because we cocked up the bus times.
We got 2.5 hours to go until takeoff.
And you can see where we are. That's right. Look at it. Oh my God, what is this?
And look at this, look.
Oh, sad cold chips that were cooked in haribo.
Oh, look what was happening here. Look, oh, look at this. Chips and ice cream.
I think the ice cream temperature is quite close to the chicken McNugget temperature there. It's not. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, we would never really go to McDonald's usually, but they are putting a roof under our heads, over our heads. Something. Yes.
I don't think you'd ever get kicked out, you know.
Well, we might put that to the test.
No.
So yeah, maybe we'll grab a burger or something in an hour or two, but probably
Hey,
not.
look, we're going to arrive at 10 p.m. Don't judge us because I'm not sure if anything's going to be open when we get there.
Kids, this is why you should book your bus travel ahead of time.
These are hot, actually. It's just the chips that are sad.
Right, well, that sounds like a win to me. So finally, Lisa's takeaway pandan cake has come in combo with the remainder of our McDonald's ice cream.
Oh, he got a little squash, but, you know, he's all right. He's all right. Let's go. It's like pandan coconut cake. So it's got like desiccated coconut on top of the cream. It's got bits of young coconut flesh in there.
Nice.
Try it on the ice cream. Yeah. It's a good hack.
Right, well, we ate the pineapple pie. It was, we think we prefer the good old-fashioned apple one, don't we?
I think the apple was better just because like pineapple didn't really cook down as much, so that was alright though. Exotic.
Exotic, right?
Yeah.
There it is.
This is the pandan cake.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more pandan than coconut cake, definitely.
Right. Let me add it.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in Chiang Mai.